Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. For you guys that are struggling to get funding under your Equifax only credit file, then I'm going to break it down to what I would do and what you may want to consider. First off, depending on how bad is your Equifax credit file, all right? Just focusing on Equifax. If your Equifax is real bad, all right, and let's just say that you're an entrepreneur and you don't have a registered business, okay? You're doing a side hustle. Then I would tell you, you would have to look for companies that you can have a business, you can have a bank account, but it does not have to be a business bank account, all right? Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because with that type of loan, like you would go to Fundo, okay? And so with Fundo, they'll give you up to $10,000 merchant cash advance. Yes, the interest rates is going to be much higher. However, it's leverage that you're looking for, right? So in terms of when you're trying to get leverage, especially when you're trying to build up your Equifax to get funding, then you would take that $10,000 loan. And the requirements are you have to have at least 3 to 4 deposits monthly, equivalent to about $1,500 a month, okay, to qualify for a loan with them. All right. Now, again, that's even if you have a 300 credit score. All right. Now, here's the reason why. Let's just say that you look up and they give you the full 10,000. Then what you want to do is pay down all of your open revolving accounts down to 10% or 0. Okay, especially when you have a bad Equifax file. Now, there is a hack that you can do also, and I'm going to explain that to you as well. But this is something that I would seriously consider. Paying down those, that's going to reduce your debt to income ratio. Okay, and by that reducing your debt to income ratio, also your credit score is going to go up. All right, and the reason I'm telling you this, again, because the leverage that I'm going to share with you is going to help you. So that's number one. Now, the hack I was talking about is with Credit Karma, all right? So you have an Equifax file. Then in terms of with Equifax, what you want to do, you want to challenge the negative items on your Equifax through Credit Karma. Usually with Credit Karma, those negative accounts usually stop reporting within 48 to 72 hours, okay? Now, they have not went through the full cycle of going through FICO score, okay? However, this will help you with like your FICO 9, okay? Or your Vantage scores, okay? So this is going to give you leverage there. Now, that being said, in terms of different institutions where you should go when you have at least a 650 Equifax credit score, well, you have NIH. Okay, NIH Federal Credit Union. Now, here's the thing I'm continue to tell people. Whenever you join these here credit unions, you want to have a savings account, you want to have a checking account, you want to have a business account, okay, especially if you're going after business funding. Plus, you want to also, if possible, start a CD or a money market account. All right. Now, here's a little hack that you can do that will kind of get you ahead of the curve. If you have somebody that has a stock portfolio, okay, then what they can do, even if they have bad credit, if they have a stock portfolio, they can take a margin loan, okay? And with that margin loan, they can loan you the money to help pay down your credit card debt as well. So that's just one instance. If they like you, if they trust you enough that you're going to pay them back the money and they have bad credit, they still can get a loan off of their stock portfolio. That's how the rich get richer. All right. Now, going back with these credit unions, then you have like DCU, Digital Credit Union. So it uses a mortgage 5. All right. Now, one of the best things about it with DCU is that they offer a personal loan. And so with that personal loan, you're able to qualify for that personal loan and then take that money and pay down your debt. Now, here's the interesting thing about DCU and their personal loan is they give you up to 60 days before you have to make your first payment, okay? So that's the reason why you may want to consider this type of loan, all right? Now, that being said, looking at some others that you may also want to consider. Like, well, Citizens used to be with Equifax, but they changed over to Experian, and it's a soft pull with them. But just letting you know, they used to be with Equifax. Now, you also have Truist, okay? And so with Truist, they use Lightstream on the TransUnion side for the personal loan. However, on the credit card side, they still use Equifax as well as with the business credit cards also, okay? And they have 0% business credit cards that you can leverage. Now, another one you can use that can give you high limits, if you're looking for high limits, is like with Navy Federal. So with Navy Federal, their personal credit cards, with their personal credit cards, they actually pull Equifax FICO 9, okay? So that means that you can add the authorized users, the rental payment history in order to qualify with them, okay? So they will not decline you if you have authorized user and rental payment because it enhances, all right? Then you have Redstone. Now, Redstone Credit Union, a lot of people like them because they use a Equifax Mortgage 5. A lot of people are not even aware of that, but they definitely somebody that you would leverage. Now, I would tell you, just to be on the safe side, what I would do is make sure that you lock up your TransUnion and your Experian, okay? Now, granted that these here companies, they only use Equifax, you don't want to give them no type of opportunity to pull from somewhere else, okay? So that's the reason why I'm sharing that with you. Now, here's something that I would tell you. If you guys are serious about Citibank, you remember I told you Citibank is one of the top 3 banks that you want to have a checking account with. So it's Citibank, Capital One, it's Citibank, Capital One, and Chase, all right? Now with Citibank, here's the thing about it. If you want a high limit credit card, then I would tell you to go through Costco, okay? Either Costco personal credit card or Costco business, all right? And the reason is because you have more leverage and they usually give you higher limits, okay? When you're going through Costco, okay? So you can go directly through Citibank, but I would do the co-branded cards in order to get the maximum amount of funding, all right? So that's something that you also want to take in consideration. Now, you have Langley. Now, this is a low-hanging fruit as well, and that's what I always tell you guys, look for the low-hanging fruit, okay? So with Langley is an Equifax FICO 9 also. And the best thing about Langley versus PenFed is that Langley offers business checking accounts and business credit cards as well. And just keep in mind with these credit unions, most of the time, usually within a 30-day period, what's available to you is to leverage that hard inquiry, okay? And so what I mean by that is that if they approve you for a loan, then you also can use that same inquiry to get qualified for a line of credit as well as a credit card, okay? So that's the reason why. But the key thing to this is in terms of when you have bad credit and you're trying to maximize your Equifax, you also can get tribal loans also. Let me throw that in there because with the tribal loans, those are the ones that will not report on the personal credit, okay? And some start at $5,000, go all the way up to $50,000. So that's with low credit finance. Also, you have Viva payday loans, that's $5,000. The interest rates on those is much lower because the interest rates is 5.99 up to 35.99, all right? So I hope this video helps you. If you have any question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.